All right, so you want to know how to trade the news? Well, I'm going to tell you how to trade the news the best way possible in this video. Don't go anywhere else. If you've ever tried trading the news and you lost all your money, well, it's because you're bad. Have I ever traded the news and lost all my money? No, because I'm good. My name's Forrest, I invest in stuff, and you should too. Let's take a serious, totally nonsensical look at how to trade the news effectively. If you're new here, check out the links below in my bio. We have a Discord where we day trade every single day. I actually had a good day today. Currently trading 20 Apex accounts. It is a prop firm, and there's a bunch of other traders doing a ton of other cool things in there as well. So if you want to be a part of the fun and commotion, join Trade Edge. We'll see you there. Talk about news trading and why you shouldn't do it. So yesterday there was data. There was data at 8:30 a.m. and it was the consumer confidence numbers. We're going to look at ES. ES is an index, one of the many market indexes. If you're not familiar with what an index is, all an index is, it tracks a bucket of equities. So things like Apple, Microsoft, car companies, Nvidia, you know, there's different buckets of indexes. ES is one of them. So you can ignore most of the lines on my chart. If this is your first time seeing this, this is just TradingView. TradingView is one of the best charting software out there. They honestly should endorse me because I mention them every single time. So Tuesday, August 29th, there was data at 8:30. Let's look at the charts. Or sorry, there was data at 10. I'm a liar. There was data at 10 a.m. There was data. I'm on the 15-minute chart per usual. So you can see that we opened here. 9:30 opening candle was strong green. So there's this strong green candle. And then we had some consolidation here right around 10. So strong green, consolidated, and then we continued on. Now I want to talk about the read that I had on the market because in the Discord, I basically said, hey guys, we're going to be green. And if we push this up, we're going to hit a level and then we're going to consolidate right when data comes out. And then when the data comes out, we're going to do another leg. I said that. I said that before it happened. I said it at the open, and here's why. Let's go zoom out to the 30-minute chart, and we want to go back to Tuesday. So I woke up 8 a.m., 30-minute, and I see a double bottom was forming at this moment in time, right? So imagine the rest of these candles aren't here. Actually, let's just go to the replay here. At this time, I'm like, wow, double bottom on the 30-minute. I really want a long here. Also, we had just come out of this liquidity area in the previous session. So there's this flag. We came up, did this consolidation, and we popped up higher, right? Which is really important, right? We didn't come down in any of this overnight session. We popped up higher. It had a long bias for those reasons alone. Also on the daily chart, if you look at some of the larger candles on the daily, we had this 4,500 liquidity area up here, these volume nodes up here, right? So there was a ton of reasons why myself as well as Sol were thinking upside in general in the immediate to near term. So let's go ahead and go to the next candle. It did a stop run candle down here, came up, wiped it out, right? Full body, wiped it out right here. So now we're at 8:30 to 9, next candle, 9 to 9:30, bottom wick. So I saw this on the 30-minute. I literally saw this on the 30-minute, called it out live and said, guys, they rejected this. So this is just technicals. This is TA, the astrology of trading basically, and say, guys, we're going to go up. We're going to go up probably to 44.65, which is the next target on the charts. So let's see what happens, right? Boom, boom. We actually blew through that, came up, and the day did what it did. What I want to call out though is right around 10 a.m. So right around 10 a.m., we need to go to a shorter time frame for this. Go to the 15-minute. So right around, we get this candle, the 9 to 10, we get here, and then there was let's go to the even shorter time frames actually. See how this played out. So we get to here, 10 a.m., we put in these candles. So there's this, boom, we come down, 10-10, rocket back up. So the fact that we, during this day, failed to come back down through VWAP or any of that. In the open, we actually blew right through VWAP. We blew through the session POC, point of control, on the way up with no stops, no breaks, was really giving me long bias. And on the higher time frame, we had the higher bias. Now, how does this actually play in the news trading? This plays in the news trading because the data was quote unquote bad. And people were asking me about, what was the data, or people were thinking about the data. Guys, the only thing that matters for data is how does it play into where volume is, where liquidity targets are, and what time does the data come out. The timing of the data, the fact that this came out at 10 told us, or helped me paint a narrative of when things were going to happen. But I never watch the news. I never look at the data, and it's crazy. Like obviously big shifts and changes like interest rates, you want to know when interest rates change or what they are, but it doesn't matter I have no idea what the consumer confidence numbers were. And somebody came in and asked, I assumed it was positive since we were going up. No, the numbers were bad, but it doesn't matter. It does not matter, right? The market is an auction, right? And people are going to buy and sell based off of their positions, right? It does not matter what consumer confidence is, right? If I have, $100 million invested in Apple at $50, and on the day we get up to $150, it doesn't matter what happens in the market. I'm going to take profits, right? Same for the inverse and every other way that things can go, right? Hedging, all of that, all of these different players playing the game, right? And against counterparties of each other, right? And we can see that. We can see that in the price action. We can see that on the higher time frames, right? When we're looking at, volume on the daily or the 30-minute or 4 hours, another one of my favorite time frames here. Look at the 4 hour on ES, right? You absolutely do not need to know what the news is other than when it's happening. And you need to pay attention to volume and how it accumulates going into news so that you can understand where the price might want to move out of news. We should not be looking at the news to determine which way it's going to go, right? And I'm going to say that again. You need to be looking at the volume and the price action going into news. And then you need to know what time the news is so that you can anticipate what the price action is going to be out of news. But you don't need to actually read the news to know which way things are going to go. And if there isn't a good read going into the news, that's fine. Then you just let the news play out and the market will show its hand. You just do nothing. You just do nothing and you wait, right? Most days we're talking in the Discord, there's only 1 or 2 really, really good trades a day. And that's all you need. All you need are the really, really good, trades per day. We actually look at today's session, right? We called this short here from 44.30 coming down. That was an aggressive short. And then there was this long, which we talked about, which was a very painful long. You can see this is the 15-minute chart, how much they came back and were stopping people out on the way up. Then there's this short and there's this long here, which I actually just played before I started to record this video. But the best trade of the day, the trade of the day was definitely this one. It was this one for sure, 100%. It was an easy read. Had a level there on my other chart. Let's go to this session and we need to actually let this play out. Go to the 15-minute. Let this play overnight. Now we're actually gonna I skip all this. All right, so this is today's session and we went to up. So in today's session, we have these 2 levels here. We came up, there was this short, right off this price area. And then there was this long down here. And I feel like, did I move one of my lines? Because I feel like I'm missing a line for sure. Oh, no, I'm not missing a line. I'm actually just thinking of the wrong chart. So yeah, it was a perfect touch on NQ. So I'm always looking at both of these. So we had this perfect touch here coinciding with what was on the book with ES. I remember now. So it's always just having that market awareness and looking at everything, right? Understanding what's on Bookmap, which is just level 2 data, probably a short here, right? I don't have my broker open, but probably going to have a short here. Maybe, POC, the point of control just shifted higher. But if there was some data coming out, if there was news coming out right now or the next hour or something, right? It's power hour. It's not so important other than that the news is going to move the market. And I just want to say a few more other things about the news because people are always asking about it. And it seems like people are just resistant to understand this. There's a thing that people do in trading where they care more about being right and protecting their ego than making money, guys. And I'm gonna put it to you bluntly. I don't know anybody who consistently makes money that cares about what the news is. They care about when the news is. They care about the fact that data is coming because data events obviously move the market. By the time you digest the news, it's too late, right? Now, world-changing events like, a war breaking out or something like that, yeah, that is unexpected news. That's actual news. But data and things like that are expected and scheduled, you can almost always read what's happening. If you can't get a read, that's okay. Just do nothing. But it doesn't actually matter what the data is. You need to let go of your ego, guys. You need to stop trying to prove that you're right about this thing, right? And care more about the market. Very often, if I have a thesis, you'll see it. I say, oh, I think we're going to go 50 points up. If I see that I'm wrong about the direction, switch my thesis and very likely we're going to go 50 points down, right? Having that ability to change your bias and understand that you might be, right about some things and wrong about, one key component. If you just change that key component, you can net a lot of money. It's going to make you a better trader. I see a lot all the time, like every day almost. I see people arguing and nitpicking and doing all these things that don't turn into making money. You need to ask yourself, are all the things that you're worrying about and nitpicking about and feeling like all self-righteous about, are the things that are netting into real dollars for you? Because if they're not, you need to focus on something else. In any case, I just want to get this video out there to talk about that. There was also data, 8:30 a.m. today. I don't know what it was. Doesn't even matter. Like, it literally doesn't matter. I do not watch the news, guys. Like, when I tell you don't watch the news, I don't watch it. I stop. I don't care. It does not matter. And until I meet a trader that is consistently profitable and can tell me some system based off of looking at what the news is, I'm not going to do it. In any case, my name is Forrest. I invest in stuff you should too. I will see you in the next video. Peace.